them started as an excuse to get the warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Trojans will put toe to leather and we'll get started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. These two will try to live up to last year's game as SC won a thriller.
These teams play late in the year. Oftentimes they're beat up, physically worn down. This is a game that you've got to rise above all that. Mentally, you just have to be playing at a different level. Everyone's got to do just a little bit more. And last year, David, it was USC that just made a few extra plays to pull out the win against the Irish.
And I like that you mentioned late in the year because that also means there's so much on the line. Like a lot of times, playoff implications, not just bragging rights for the jeweled shillelagh. This is also a game that means a lot for the college football playoffs.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your...
Breaks into the open. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll throw on third and short. Lets it fly. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Looks as if he's going to run it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary, Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Fires to the tight end. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Got his man in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter.
Kicking team.
The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Off the play fake. Got his man to the left. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Norton. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hand. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Works the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? interception. That's number 17 on the year. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got it in the middle. It's strong. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Hugh Rockney, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. To the air, it's Mayava. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. And the Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Reads it, fires complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's good. Easy call for the ref. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Jules Shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for space, it's Jordan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Got it in the middle, it's Fowler. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Plows through the defense. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's strong. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He got it. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Defenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Catch in the middle. It's Carter. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it. Rushes on him. The short hands. It's Lane. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's taking the shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Finds a little space. There he goes. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Snagged out of the air. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. To throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
Man, this defense did a perfect... understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Larson. Smashes through the tackle. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll set up to throw. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They stretched this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. The Irish have seized control against it. Oh, they clock it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Finds his man. It's Rigby.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Mayava. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice.
He's got it, 1st down and more. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The short hands, it's Lane. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
3rd down coming up.
From the gun on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. Catch and stride inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
He'll pull it on the read. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's strong. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They'll try the run. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the jeweled shillelagh. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.